I never advertised for family practice at all.
Yeah.
I probably started with 500 patients. I worked at a nursing home, and then word of mouth, practice went from 500 to 1,000 probably in the first 8 months, and then it went from 1,000 to 3,000 in the next year.
Right.
Then it went from 3,000 to about 5,000 over the next year, and then it got crazy. It went from like 5,000 to about 10,000 in the next 3 years.
Yeah.
So, and anyway, at the end of the day, I had 20 employees, and it kind of took on a life of its own.
Yeah.
And I figured out that I really didn't like being a boss.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like employing 20 people. It was a little bit more stress than I cared for. And then Obamacare killed my practice. Reimbursements started dropping like a stone. It wasn't Obamacare per se that killed it. It was the high deductible plans. The insurance companies had to comply with Obamacare. And becoming compliant with Obamacare, most of them moved to high deductible plans.
Right.
So patients would have a $1,500 or $2,000 deductible, which, this sounds ludicrous, but I accepted third-party payer insurance. So my new patient visit was $150. My follow-up was $95. Now, the insurance companies don't pay that. They pay about $110 for a new visit and about $65 for an established patient.
Sure.
But when a person's in their deductible, you can't discount it to them. The insurance company won't let you.
I see.
So the new patient visit, if a patient came to see me, would be $150. So I'd see a person, take care of them, pay my staff to take care of them. They'd get a $150 bill, and again, we've got a 30-day accounts receivable. They come back and see us for a follow-up, get the problem taken care of. They'd rack up another $95.
Right.
So now they're sitting at about $235 they owe me, and then they get the bill. I'm like, oh, screw you, I'm not paying that. That wasn't worth $150.
Uh-huh.
It was worth $95.
Okay.
And so by the end of the day, these high deductible plans, patients would be in the wind. Within the first 6 months of Obamacare, my accounts receivable just from individuals with balances below $300, this is a small chunk of my practice,
Sure.
was already at $50,000.
Wow.
So, and I could haul each and every one of them down to the courthouse and make them pay. But is it worth it?
Sure, right, yeah. That many customers.
Is it worth half of my day, which is roughly $3,000, to go down to court to collect $350?
Yep.
No.
I get it.
So the writing was on the wall. I closed it down, and I let all my employees go and opened the weight loss center. In the weight loss center, we don't take insurance.
Sure.
We don't screw with it. And we pass the savings directly onto the patient. So instead of charging $150 for a new patient visit, we only charge $90. Instead of charging $95 for a follow-up, we only charge $60. And it's working. But the problem is, it's a different beast.
Yeah, well, you got to wear all hats, probably. A lot more hats.
And advertising, you really need to advertise in the weight loss business. And again, we do weight management, not weight loss. So it's more of a family practice that takes care of obese and overweight individuals. So it's not like, come to us, we'll help you lose 30 pounds. It's a long-term, it's just like a family practice, except we only deal with the obesity and overweight spectrum.
Sure, right, yeah.
So, well, we do a little bit of diabetes, we do a little bit of high blood pressure, but mostly it's obese and overweight individuals. But you have to advertise for that. And like I said, a lot of times people lose the weight and then they leave, so we've got a fairly significant turnover. But this, again, when I started in family practice, it was kind of anathema to advertise. It's like, if you're a doctor and you're advertising, there's something wrong.
Yeah, it's like lawyers and chasing ambulances.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
It was just not respected. It wasn't acceptable. The only way that you were supposed to grow your practice was by word of mouth. If you did your job and you took good care of the patients, they'd bring their family to you, they'd bring their friends to you. But weight loss is different. There's a lot of shame in weight loss. There's a lot of embarrassment. It's almost like going to a psychiatrist was 20 years ago, that if you're going to a psychiatrist, you must be crazy. You know, now it's like, oh, you go to a psychiatrist, yeah, I've got depression, and nobody bats an eye at it.
Right,
but
yeah.
Now, if you say, I'm going to a weight loss doctor, people are like, really? Why don't you just exercise and eat less? You know, they're kind of like, there's a lot of shame associated with it, so they don't bring their brothers, they don't bring their fathers, their brothers.
You don't want anybody to know they're going.
Right, so you don't get that word of mouth referral like you did in family practice.
Got it.
So here I am to find out what you have to offer.
Sure.
I've been doing Facebook and
Facebook ads?
Facebook ads.
Okay.
It amazes me. My whole system is completely different. So I do Facebook ads, and people actually schedule their own appointments. I don't even have a girl that just have a full-time person to answer phones.
Yeah.
It just amazes me. These people, these young people, they come in, they schedule their own appointments and show up.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so in a way, it's kind of cool, but in a way, it just amazes me that it works. I'm glad I listened to that one girl that tried to sell me on the Facebook. She handles all my Facebook and internet stuff, and she's right. The patients keep coming in, but again, I'd like to explore.
Yeah, different avenues.
Different avenues.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Cindy, you have this. Are we on? Okay. So, what I try to do in these sessions is to try to do. Well, what do you do as a result of, kind of as a foundation? So what's the foundation for Facebook ads or any internet marketing? And so those are the 10 things, right? So if I put up that there are 10 things that you kind of need to know, and so you have here, right, what's internet marketing, right? And then, and that is, SEO, that is social media, right? And then that's also, all the other stuff, webinars, so on and so forth. But before you sort of attack this, there are like some foundational things. And what they used to teach in marketing, right, was the 5 Ps. You had to be in the right place, you got to have the right people. And that's sort of true. But these 10 things are sort of the things that work for small businesses. And that's what I'm gonna kind of go over here as being recorded. So the first thing, USP, right? And you probably heard that before. USP is unique selling proposition. So that what we're saying with unique selling proposition is, what is it about your practice or about your business that someone cannot get anywhere else? So it's unique, and it is something that fundamentally matters to the customer, right? So it matters. So in other words, I can find things that are unique about a particular business, but they may or may not matter to a customer. So in your case, what is it that's unique that really matters to people who want to lose weight, right? That's unique to your practice. Because there's, you could probably do it in some other ways, but there's got to be something that is unique about your practice that really matters to people. And also, can they not get it anyplace else? So that's kind of fundamental, right? And so we'll kind of get into what that means as we go down the list. So USP is kind of first. Now the second thing, and I'll spend a little bit more time here because I think this is kind of more germane to you, and that is what we call exponential marketing. And basically what that means is that that when somebody comes to buy, right, we're looking at them as a continuum, a long-term customer. So in other words, they're going to make a purchase here, but we want to make sure that we're taking care of them for the long term. And so if I'm as a customer, right, if I'm going to come in and I'm going to buy this and it takes me 2 years to buy it all, well, what is it that I'm going to be buying in between here? What else can I benefit from between now and 2 years. And so what we're doing as an exponential marketer is we're developing, and the common marketing term is upsells, right? Upsells, cross-sells. But some marketing terminology today is that there is a marketing funnel. And the idea behind a marketing funnel is that we have most of our customers that come in up here, wide. So we get this influx of prospects and customers, and they come in here for whatever reason. And in general, could be whatever your general category is. If it's in your case, it's weight loss. If it is, for a paver or a mover, they want general paving services. But once they're in here, there are other things that they might need that would be considered to be a premium service. In other words, what are they willing to pay a premium for? So even if it's something as a matter of convenience, right? What are they willing to pay a premium for? If it is a matter of something that we can give them that will help them to enjoy what they bought here faster. So in other words, what can I do to help them to enjoy something faster, better? And so I want to develop a range of things that people can buy and that people can buy on their own. So in other words, I want to make sure that these things are as obvious as, I think I went to Best Buy yesterday, and I'm walking through and I'm walking out, and I just bought a selfie stick, and so on the way out there's a Bluetooth car adapter. It was right there for me. There was also something else for my smartphone right there. And so what we want to do is we want to mimic that, right? So while I am in here, I've already got my credit card out. I've already proven that I like you enough. Well, what else am I going to bump into? Right? So is it obvious? Is it on my website? Is it in my physical location? Something else that I can see, that's visible, that's obvious, that I can buy. Or in some cases, we even do these things inside the receipt. So somebody gets a receipt, whether or not it's on email, whether or not it's in their, it's on their physical hands, they're going to look at it. What can I offer them, right? That I can sell them. That's going to be. I don't have to wait. I don't want to wait 2 years to have them come back. I don't want to wait 2 years before they buy from me again. I want to make sure that everything that they could possibly need in this process with me, that I give them the opportunity, and I want to bring them back to the location or bring them back to my website for some reason. So again, I don't have to put the hard sell on them. All I really have to do is just get them back so they can see some stuff. Because, statistics say that if they see it 7 times in 7 different forms, they'll start to process it. They will make a decision. Until they've seen it 7 times, they probably won't process it. They probably won't make a decision. But if we get them to see it 7 times, the same offer, right? At some point in that process, they will make a decision. Yes, I want this, and I will figure out how to get it, and I'll figure out how to get it soon. No, I don't want it. I'm not going to necessarily figure out how I'm going to get it. So we're trying to, in this exponential process, to bring a customer through this funnel as fast as we can get them through there. Right? That's one part of exponential marketing, and that's one part of the funnel. Right? Long term is we want to bring them through and develop an entire suite of things so that they will be with us for a lifetime, so that they should be able to see the end with us even when they get started. Well, yeah, this is sort of step 1. But eventually, Mr. Obese, you're going to have these things, and we'll get to those things, but let's start here. So that they have a range of things, and over the course of their lifetime, we want to be able to get them there. And the thing is, I don't have time to do it here, but this entire cycle is quantifiable. So in other words, this is a dollar amount. So when I get somebody and it costs me, so for instance, if you're paying $7 a lead, that's fine, right? If I know that the lifetime value of this person is going to be $1,000, right? Because I'll pay $7 for $1,000. That's a good deal. Only if I can get them through this funnel fast. If I got to wait 2 years for it, doesn't necessarily feel like I'm really getting a good deal. But if I can bring this timeline up from 2 years and bring it up here, right? Then I'm really doing well, not only with my advertising, but I'm also doing well. So we're developing a suite of products that people can buy up and buy cross. And the reason this is exponential is because there are 3 ways for any business to make money, right? We can get more customers. We can get our customers to spend more.